Good day, YouTube. Today's the 29th of July, 2025, and this is part 2 of our at-home shops remodel. What we got is this was a wood framed shop kit. You could purchase them like 8 foot wide, 10 foot wide, 12 foot wide, and then in about any length you wanted. And I purchased this kit 25-30 years ago or something. A friend and my father-in-law and such all helped me build it, and it's been great. We've stored motorcycles in here. It's been our wood shop for the past bunch of years, but it had a wood floor setting on piers, and that all rotted away a few years ago actually, and we just getting around to doing something with it. And well, the floor was so rotted, the supports were so rotted all the way to the walls that we didn't have anything left to set the building down onto concrete, because I wanted a concrete floor. So anyway, it's taken a lot of work. You can watch part 1 of this video and kind of see where we started. But catching you up to where we are right now, I put outlets in. I had the old light fixtures, the old fluorescent light fixtures were hardwired in, coming through that trim board up there in the peak of the ceiling. And then yesterday I put some outlets in and hung new lights. These are from Harbor Freight. They were 40% off, like a one-day sale, I think Friday. And I bought 14 of them without counting this shop. I knew I needed 4 for here. That's what I went to Home Depot for. But man, they were such a good price, I had to get them all. So I took a stab at how many lights were over here. I thought, oh, there's probably 10. And it turns out there are 9. And so anyway, up there, I've got all the lights for this side, with one extra. It doesn't ever hurt to have an extra, although I've got a couple extras at the barn too. I use them there. Good lights. They're lighting up very well. What's interesting is I just turned this on. This old air conditioner came out of my wife's grandmother's house. It's probably from the 70s or older, and it still works. I don't mean it just blows. You can see frost on the coils, and the air is cold. I can shut it off for now, but it still works. Unbelievable. It's been covered up with a board that I had made for it to keep the dust out. And it was so cruddy outside. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Anyway, now I've prepped the walls yesterday. Just kind of went around with some spackle and covered up the million screw holes and defects and so forth. Not trying to make it perfect by any means, but trying to make it better and ready to repaint. Now's the time. We're only going to get this shot. We've never repainted since we built the thing. And so I scrounged up a couple mystery 5-gallon buckets of paint and got rid of some old paint out there. And this bucket here, I've dumped in a couple half or maybe 1 or 2 gallons out of one bucket, 1 or 2 gallons out of another. And I've got a little over half a bucket of, mystery white paint. Perfect for what I need in here. One of them had no label on it. I don't even know if it's interior or exterior. The other had a label, and it is exterior, but I don't care. On we go. So I've got a spare compressor, twin tank compressor at the barn that I sometimes forget I have. I'm gonna go get it so I can blow this place out, and then we're gonna get some paper down along the walls and start painting. I want to get this painted today, at least the walls. This stuff down here, we stripped up all the sheetrock, and this building's actually sitting on that pressure treated 2x12 because we had walls that we had to get up to. I couldn't lower the building because the other building's attached, so we had to leave it the same height, and we wanted to pour the floors close to the level of this floor as possible, so minimize the height here. So we got 4 or 5 inches something, and that's fine. If you've not caught up, we're going to take this little apron out And this is all going to get concrete. I'm waiting for the concrete crew to tell me when they're coming, but they poured us a new driveway 3 years ago, I think. Anyway, we're going to start there at the driveway and keep on trucking. It's going to get wider in this area and come right on through all the way to the fence, and then hang a right and go all the way to the end of this building. So this will all be concrete back here. Multiple reasons, but yeah, we're gonna have concrete back here. Yeah, that's what we're doing. So I'm gonna go get that compressor, get this thing blowed out, and commence the painting, and try and get all the walls painted today. The slower stuff, all the wood. I had this gallon of paint that I bought. Back when I bought the barn, I was thinking of a burgundy trim color on gray. In my mind, it looks good. In reality, it looked not so good. So I'm just wanting to use up some stuff that I have, and I have it. I thought, well, white walls and a burgundy down below would be awesome, because I don't have to spend any money. So there you go. That's what we're gonna do. So if we get the white done today, and if I get the trim done tomorrow, that'd be good. I got some other stuff I have to do for the weekend, and we'll get onto that as well. So here we go. All right, boys and girls, here's an update. It is Thursday, July 31st. I got it painted about as far as I'm going to go for now anyway. There'll be some further work down at the bottom on both ends, and then we got some stuff to do on the outside once the rest of this concrete is poured. Tomorrow, I got a contractor crew coming in to remove the apple tree. So yeah, that's gonna happen tomorrow, because I don't think any concrete work's going on. At least they haven't told me there would be, but we're hoping very, very soon. But at least the work that we've got completed allows me to get this room kind of done. I'm very happy with what's going on. I told you I went to the Habitat Restore, got some more paint. So everything's got 2 coats. This color being close to what I had the first go around with, paint that I had scared up around here. Was about 2.5 gallons, just a little short of making it. But this 5 gallons, didn't take as much paint second time. So I don't think I used maybe 1.5 gallons, 2 gallons, something like that. Got a lot left. We'll use it for something. That wall out there probably. Anyway, tomorrow I can get the outlets cleaned up, put the cover plates back on. Get the switches. These are, again, going to be switches that'll be controlled on our app, so we can control if we've left a light on. We don't have to come back out and shut it off, especially in the winter time. We can do that remotely. And the outside lights, which will all get replaced eventually. But yeah, we're very happy with that progress. I've been looking at toolboxes, etc. Harbor Freight's got a sale coming up, parking lot sale. It's a week from Saturday. Today's Thursday, so about 9 days. I can get I've selected 2 toolboxes. They're 43 inches wide, 2 sets of drawers each. They're going on this wall. There'll be a box over here, possibly with a top box on it. It's going to have all of our fasteners and such in it. It used to be in a cabinet in boxes. I don't like that. If you've seen my other videos, at the barn I have a toolbox with all my fasteners in it. Different fasteners in a wood shop than in a mechanic shop. But yeah, lights are good. Might raise them up. They're just on chains with S hooks, so I can do them where I want them. But we'll see. That one on the end is a little higher, actually. Not sure why, but it is. So I'm anxious to get toolboxes, so that'll be 2 boxes. I've picked out some upper cabinets to go above the boxes. They're not very deep. They're exactly like a cabinet I have at the barn. I like it a lot. It's 1, 2, 3 doors. Probably put 2 sets, possibly 3. Can't remember if they fit. I need to come out and do some measuring. Anyway, fastener box, 1, 2 toolboxes, and the planer's got to go on a box. It's currently on a box, but it's not a box I want to leave in here. Planer's buried over here. Sorry, it's dark over here. Yeah, there's the planer. It's on a box. I don't like the box. There's a couple Craftsman boxes here, and quite honestly, they're going to go in the sheds. Again, we're putting 2 sheds out back there. Those can go in the sheds, and we can put sprinkler stuff or hand tools, little gardening stuff in those boxes. They got some rust on them, and yeah, they're not going in here. Anyway, we have that wood. It's like a project station. It's got a clamp and such on it. It's about 4 or 5 feet, so those are, yeah, probably put that this way on this wall. Should be fine. And yeah, we'll kind of go from there. I've looked at taller cabinets to set like beside this workstation, or move the workstation down, put the cabinet in the corner. You know, this stuff is in flux. I have the big chop saw table. It's always sat here. It'll probably go back. The compressor's designed to put outside. You probably saw it in the last video that I went upstairs at the barn and grabbed that dual tank. It is a really good compressor. I actually bought it at a hawk shop some time ago. It was like nearly new. It doesn't have many hours on it at all. And I've actually painted with it. It's got enough CFM to paint with. I painted a generator. Not like a generator you put in your car, but like a 75 kW. Anyway, yeah, progress. Looking good, isn't it? Compared to what we started with, and one you couldn't safely walk through. All right, that's your update for now. More later. Well, the apple tree is gone. Advanced tree service, something like that. Yeah, advanced tree service, I think. Anyway, this thing was huge, absolutely enormous. There's no way we would tackle something like that. But when they're done, this place is freaking spotless. The driveway is spotless. I mean, they worked hard. We had 4 guys here. They got here 1:30, 2 o'clock, and they were still cleaning up at 6. He'd actually left. Wow, that's really dark. Looking into the sunset, but they had left a kind of a great big huge knot thing on the top of that branch, whatever you call it. And I told him, I said, man, I got to deal with the rest of this tree. So the deal is they couldn't cut it down because the city has a ordinance that they have to get a permit. Somebody has to come out and inspect it, permit it, something if they cut it down. I can cut it down. They can't cut it down. So we had an agreement to take it this far, and I'll take it the rest of the way. But with that big knot up there, I just didn't feel like I could deal with it. And so I told them that, and they come and cut it off. Cut it in half, hauled it out. So it's awesome. They did a great job. So, Autumn Bear. Autumn, you're supposed to come here, say hi. Hi, everybody. The tree is gone. Daddy took it out. What do you think, Autumn Bear? Huh? Oh, good. Oh, good. Anyway, progress has been made. All right, boys and girls, it's the 7th. It's a Thursday of August there, and I don't know what I've shown you because I just, forget. But we had the apple tree taken out, and because of a permit issue, when he came and looked at this thing a month ago, we knew we couldn't take it all the way down. We knew he couldn't take it all the way down because we'd have to get a permit from the city. So I said, well, take it down to where I can deal with it. And I'll try to fire up my little 14-inch chainsaw and see if we can take the rest of this down. So that is the plan. I can borrow my father-in-law's got a, I think it's a still. I think he's got like a 028 still. And we can take this thing the rest of the way down and, drill a million holes in the stump. Probably do a video on it and set her afire this winter or something. I don't know if it'd still be too green to burn or what, but there's some dead wood in there, obviously, and I'm glad it is gone. So my wife's kind of cleaning ivy. We need to spray and stuff, and I think the plan is to continue planting blueberries in here now, and I think that'll be cool. So that's the plan. If my wife can get her area kind of cleared out. Yeah, ongoing issue. Wind came up, blew my plywood down. Okay, still lots of stuff going on. So I went yesterday to Harbor Freight and grabbed one of the toolboxes that won't be on sale next week. I've got 2 toolboxes that will be on sale next week. I got it unloaded. Shut the fan off. I got it unloaded, and I grabbed a couple of these too. They were on sale, these little mini toolboxes. I thought they'd be quite convenient to set on top of toolboxes and keep bits and tips and things like that in. So, and they were on sale, $15 a piece. So this thing was $400. And it's going to be our fastener cabinet. When we had this wood shop, it was our wood shop, up and running, we had a drill press in here. And about 15 years ago, I took it from here to my big shop, and I'm not bringing it back. I use it a lot. So I was in the market for a drill press and started looking, floor drill press, sits on the floor, nice big tall, rugged heavy duty one. To get something like that today is like $600 and up. And I'm like, I don't know if it's really worth $600. Maybe I find a good used one. If I do, it's going to be, kind of heavy duty kind of thing. So I've been looking for a couple weeks actually, and I finally found one that seemed to fit the bill. And it's a Central Machinery. It's a 16-speed heavy duty, it says. And heavy duty, the heavy part, absolutely. Absolutely. This thing is big, heavy duty cast iron. Look at the base on this thing. Here's my hand for reference. Yeah, it's a monster. This thing, 2 of us put it in here, but one of us, namely me, got to get it out. So I got my little truck backed in. I put the side tailgate down. I'm going to try to drag the base off the end, get it teetering, set it down, and then stand it up. And then work its way over to where I believe it's going to live. And one of the reasons I wanted to get the drill press quicker is just so I could understand the layout. I have this in my head, kind of how the place is going to lay out. It's going to be very similar to the way it was. We always had a drill press in here, and we will again. So it's in really good shape. We'll give it a little bit of a cleanup. And yeah, next thing, I got to get this out of here and decide what I'm going to do with the rest of my day. Again, on Monday, the toolboxes, I want I'll call them work centers, which are going to go along that wall. They're 42 inches wide. They have a wood work surface, and then 2 sets of drawers per box. So we're going to put 2 of them in here. The project center, I call it, this wood contraption right here, this thing, is going to go along this wall here. Okay. The drill press is going to go along this wall somewhere in the middle. Yep. And so on and so forth. I suspect we'll put some wall cabinets up here eventually. I have those kind of picked out online, cheaper than buying them in the stores and such. And they are what I want. What else we got? Table saw. It's going to go here at the end of this work center thing. Get it slid kind of up against the wall. It can be drug out when we're using it. The box on the right is going to have the planer and the belt disc sander sitting on it. That's what I've decided. It may get its own box somewhere else if we decide we want that for something else, because they used to sit over here. So we'll see how that goes. I have, again, in my mind how this thing's going to sit with some idea that we might change. I want to set it up right the first time, because once it's set up, I don't want to mess with it. So we're investing in, well, drill press and those 2 little boxes, that big box. 2 more 42-inch work centers coming next week. And I'm going to have to join that club again so that I can get early access on Monday or Tuesday. It's the 11th, 7th, today, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. Yeah, Monday. So I'm going to join that Insiders Club so I can get early access and get those 2 toolboxes on Monday. And that's so I can get the color. Everything's going to be black. All the boxes are black. So this one's black. Those 2 little ones are black. The 2 work centers will be black. Okay. Next time I talk to you might be from a relaxing bed while I'm resting my back after dealing with this. So let me get into it and let's get this son of a gun unloaded. 1, 2, 3, here we go. All right, little truck is empty and the drill press is standing tall in the woodshop. I want to clean it up a little bit. You know, it's got the grungies here and there, but all my cleaning stuff's just buried out here. So I'm gonna run to the store, dollar store, and get some brushes and cleaner and such. And we'll get this thing cleaned up and get it standing tall against the wall where it goes. And we'll get that out of the box and we will proceed. But yeah, I just want to make this nice and clean. It's probably the only time it will be nice and clean, but today's the day. Here we go. All right, here's an update for you guys. Been working hard. Today is Monday the 11th. The Harbor Freight parking lot sale started today. I was there at 8:04 to get my 2 toolboxes in black that went there. Believe it or not, they sold one before I walked in the door. But luckily they had 2 more. I've been checking on them every day, including yesterday, and they had 2 in boxes on the floor. I didn't know how many they had in the back, but I was only getting 2, so that's good. They're going to fit super nicely here, and that's going to help me visualize the rest of this. I may want like an upper cabinet, not a deep one, a shallow one for like cans and, you know, WD-40 paint and that kind of thing. Might need a couple, might need 3. I have them all picked out on Amazon because they seem to be cheaper there. However, the cabinet, upper cabinet that I was thinking about, they do have at Harbor Freight for roughly same price. So got the air system in yesterday. This was an air hose recoil that I had for another project that I didn't use, so I did have that. It had a hose on it, which I only left like 15-20 feet of it on, and then bought a new hose. And then of course that existing hose actually sprung a leak right here, so I get to take it apart and take that piece out of there. Dang. Anyway, stuff happens, right? So I have the toolboxes. I swapped the Miles electric truck out for the Honda because the Honda was empty. This is just stacks of tools so I could get stuff out of here. All the floor-based tools, the table saw, the router table, and my chop saw table and that kind of stuff. Guys did never see this because we had it out of here by then, but great chop saw table. It extends and rollers, and it also folds up. Yeah, I bought this decades ago actually. I leave the router in it, and I have another router. Actually, I've got a couple other routers. My antique Craftsman 100 table saw. Thing's heavier than heck. My little bandsaw, I got everything cleaned up. So I brought everything in, but then I cleaned it up. And then I ordered spares for everything. Oh, well, not everything. I didn't order new knives for this. These, we've used this very little, but the knives could use turned around. I have never used this little jointer, but I ordered sandpaper for the belt disc sander. I don't know if there's blades for the scroll saw or not. Gotta look into that. Seems like I was ordering stuff for everything yesterday, or at least they're in my shopping cart, because I got a bunch of cabinets in my shopping cart, including a cabinet that's gonna sit here, 51 inches high, so right to here. I'm gonna order two. They're on my shopping list. I'll put one there and one here. It's not super usable space, so it'll fit under the air conditioning, under the outlets, and etc. They're just closable black cabinets for storing stuff, gallons of paint, hand tools I don't use much, you know, that kind of thing. We had all of our clamps hung on this door. I do want to clean it up and repaint this door, and we hung all the clamps on that 2x4. Worked out really good. I like them there. They are going back. I got a ton of clamps. I guess you can never have too many, but we got to go get those boxes out of the truck. And these boxes here, I got a couple, are all the hand tools and stuff. Today's supposed to be 100 degrees again. Was 100 yesterday. That little 1970s air conditioner that was my wife's grandmother's still works, and it worked good yesterday. It was very comfortable in here, very actually cool in here. We'll get that thing started early this morning and to keep the shop area cool, and I'll spend my whole next day or two putting tools in the new toolboxes once we get them out and assembled. And then with the parking lot sale going on and me having that inside track club membership, we can get in, you know, starting today when it opens for the public, I think on Friday. Again, today's Monday. And I'll probably anticipate like 1 million trips. I've already spent way over $1,000 at Harbor Freight so far this week, in the last couple days, getting the boxes and such. So lots and lots to go, but this is the fun part. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. Let's get the truck back here, get it turned around, backed in. I hope I can clear my pile of parts here. I think I can. But anyway, the Honda truck is smaller than the Miles electric, so it's my best opportunity to get these boxes out by myself. Oh my gosh, they're pretty heavy. But we'll get them. I've got all the tailgates down. We're ready to go. So, okay. Wish me luck. All right, we got her in here. No big deal. Nice having these little rigs that would fit where big things don't fit. Oh yeah. So, let me kill my back for the rest of the day. We'll get these out of here. Here we go. All right, boys and girls, we got them unloaded. Wasn't too bad. The height difference between the floor and the bed of the truck's not bad. So got them unboxed. If you haven't created a toolbox from Harbor Freight, once you get the top off and the straps off, all four sides just lift off. So in one piece, you don't have to cut them and fight them. Get them turned up on their sides so we can put the wheels on them. And they should be in one of these drawers. Anyway, I'm gonna move my truck out of the way. I turned the air conditioner on because she's starting to heat up today. All right, I'll bring them back. We'll get them put together and get them in place. And we're back. I got one box with the wheels on it. I still have that one left to do, but it'd be nice to have some tools. If I put this box together and put the tools in it, I'd have better tools to put that one together, because the kit came with this little sheet metal wrench, and rather than digging through everything out here in the shop, that's what I use. So anyway, today was parking lot sale day for Inside Track Club members. Of course, it'll be long expired when you see this video. And so I went back and went shopping. I got rid of all the cardboard. I'm at the recycle center. Actually, I bought this 1/2-inch ratchet at a yard sale. I got 2 ratchets. Oh, I think the other one's in there too. Yep, I got a Craftsman 3/8 drive for $4 for the pair. So I couldn't turn that down, so I thought I would put them here. My top drawer of this is going to be wrenches on the left, sockets and ratchets and such on the right. We don't use a lot of them in the wood shop, but yeah, we're going to. You want to see what I got? All right, let's start pulling it out. All this stuff was just such a good bargain that I picked them up. So security socket bits. I got a couple sets of these drill bits that go in your impact, and I got another one of these boxes. I now have 3. There's only one going to be sitting on the drill press with drill bits and such in it, I think. Handy right here by the, come on, so close. Handy right here by the drill press. I also want to put things like pencils and such in one of them. In fact, I think I already started one. Make sure the liners are in place. They are. Ooh, that one's, oh, okay. I thought it was small. One of these already has lumber pencils in it, or started to, because that's where I want them. Sharpies and such. So anyway, yeah. And then, tips and bits, everything in these little guys. I got that brush and a wire brush. Oh yeah, I got 2 sets of these. One of them's going to the barn. I like them because if I'm already using the impact, yeah, okay, so I got some new safety glasses, all 3 colors, on sale, 99 cents. Probably gonna put them in like drawer 3. I'll also put some gloves in here. There's a couple more here. Oh, I got, these were on sale too. I just can't get enough. Bits were on sale. They were all 40% off. So these were $20 minus 40%. So $14, $8, $12, something like that. Anyway, pretty cool. I got a bunch of those. More safety glasses. Yeah. I'll get some of this out back. Started cleaning up these tools. I don't have a bench grinder here. I think I have 2 of them at the barn. I quite honestly don't use them much, and I don't really think I need it to take up space. So I got a big wire wheel and just use it on my drill press. That might work better than a bench grinder. I cleaned up all my hammers, and these channel locks were pretty rusty. And then I sprayed them. I found this at Harbor Freight, well, regular PB Blaster, but they make this multi-purpose lubricant. And that's what I am putting on my tools. We'll let them soak for a while, wipe them down and such. What else did we get? So I got these 1/2-inch drive sockets. They were about 11 or 12 bucks. Go along with that $2 ratchet that I bought, Craftsman ratchet. The tools, I don't really know what I have here. We boxed everything up so quickly. I got these at Harbor Freight today because all the sockets were 40% off. Yeah, and I just couldn't resist. So anyway, drill bits, again 40% off. Brought that from the barn because I have like 3 of these cheapy, I think they are Harbor Freight, clamp-ons. Battery's dead. I'll keep a few of these here, take the rest to the barn. I got a couple I need to replace. Gloves were on sale. Safety glasses were 99 cents. Love to keep these chip brushes I have at the barn. I'll have them here. My wife and I are both constantly doing little painting projects. I did get a set of screwdrivers, and there'll be some more miscellaneous screwdrivers up here today. I don't think I put anything in the other drawers at this time. So anyway, pretty substantial receipt today. Well, I've been there twice, but anyway. So my second trip to Harbor Freight today was a bargain, really, at 130 bucks. Can't beat it. Been looking forward to this for a long time, so I'm going to continue for a while now and just kind of get things sorted out, get tape measures put in places, get everything. It's going to take a minute because I got to clean everything before I put it away. All right, the stuff's been sitting in the shop unused, unloved for 12, 14 years as the place deteriorated, and of course now we're bringing it back. I didn't know I had this vise, but I found it. It's really stiff. In fact, I should put it over here and spray it with PB Blaster and make it work. I'm doing everything on my cast iron top of my table saw because it's not going to hurt it at all. Yeah. That's how many times I was at Harbor Freight 2 days ago when they had a free gift thing happening. Yeah, got 3 paintbrushes. I'm going to take them off the table so they don't get stuff sprayed on them. Okay, back to work. Here we go. All right, boys and girls. Went and grabbed lunches after 3 o'clock. It's probably 3:30 now. I got a bunch of tools put away. This is kind of where I discovered what we had. So I bought that new set of screwdrivers, but had a bunch of old stuff. Sometimes you need one to beat on and so forth, so you got to have that. Stuff we didn't have. Had this little cordless drill driver thing that kind of forgot about. It still goes round and round, but batteries are weak. So I grabbed some batteries. I went back to Harbor Freight, got another bag of tools. Had a bunch of miscellaneous Craftsman wrenches, 2 and 3 of this size and none of another. So I just took them all, and I just put a pile together that I'm going to take back to the barn and just add it to those. I have a little pile of some Craftsman screwdrivers, some miscellaneous things, some sandpaper for a belt sander I have over there, and down the bottom there are wrenches and stuff. Anyway, that's just going to go to the barn. I bought all new wrenches for here. These old school ratchet wrenches, cleaned up, they work okay. I have a couple too many crescent wrenches. This little set might be kind of handy out here actually, so we put it out here available. Miscellaneous Allen wrenches, of course I bought those earlier. I went ahead and bought SAE and metric socket set, so we'll get those out in a little bit. had these sockets kicking around from something, but they're real cheapy ones and they're real shallow, and I'll probably just chuck them because I don't like them. They're kind of like these, the cheapy stuff. So I got some better ones for here. Okay, so we'll get those out here in a second. Show you what else. Found, gathered up all my tape measures. Well, not all of them, but ones that were here anyway. One of those little things you can kind of form a couple levels, some square, speed square. There's probably more of this stuff somewhere. Whole bunch of razor blades, but no utility knife blades yet. But I believe there are some here somewhere that I will find. This will be kind of the electrical area, and I picked up some strippers while I was at Harbor Freight. Not that I don't have a bunch, but I'm not taking them out of anywhere. Safety stuff and paintbrushes. Okay, kind of here. I'll pick up some other gloves when they go on sale as well, but I have a ton at the barn. My drawer is full. Hammers and crowbars and my chainsaw sharpener. Here, got all my hammers cleaned up. They look good. All my pliers and stuff that stayed out here for 15 years and got rusty, got them all cleaned up, lubricated. There's one of them that's fighting me. It's not wanting to come back to life. And I think this empty drawer. And then miscellaneous sanding things, wire brushes and stuff. I picked up a few wire brushes at Harbor Freight. So this is tips and bits and such for the impact, and then this is bits and even a few taps, one little unibit. I got that one index. More of this stuff will show up as well. Writing things, probably go to the Dollar Tree and get a couple Sharpies and that kind of thing for up here. Okay, I think now is the time to put that other box together, because we have things like staplers, pneumatic and electric, and brad nailers, brads. That kind of, in fact, the brad nailer is here. I found some brads. I stacked them up so we can get them in the other box. All the cordless tools are going in the top drawer, but we have to sort that out yet because I allowed my wife to use. Out in this shop, we only have a drill and an impact. And they're 20-volt quarter cable. I have 3 sets over at the barn, one in the solar shed and 2 sets in the barn where I also have the circular saw and sawzall, and I want that here as well. So she has grabbed the drill and impact and is now in the house. So I'm negotiating a trade. I'm going to buy her something new and better for her and get those back, and then add the circular saw, which I really do prefer to use these days, and the sawzall. And yeah, I'm still oiling up that vise. I think it's going to come out real nice. Just letting it sit and soak. And the highlight of my day is my vintage snap-on ratchet has returned. I've been missing this for around 12 years. Had new guts put in it. Snap-on guy rebuilt it. So it's new inside, old on the outside. Was my favorite ratchet. I've maybe learned to not use this at the barn, and maybe I'll leave it here. For now, I've oiled it up and wire brushed it. So for now, I'll put it in the toolbox here, but at least I now know its location, because it's been gone for a long time. It got brought out here somehow or another, and it got buried. So here it is, my snap-on ratchet. Of course, I have a new one, but this was the one I used to like to use. Let's get that box put together and then start going for all these other tools, the power tools and such, and get them in that box. Here we go. Well, here is an update. It is Tuesday the 12th now. I went last night to next town over because our Harbor Freight did not have those upper cabinets. I could have ordered them online, and paid almost the same. Might have saved a couple bucks, but almost the same. Or I could run over to Harbor Freight, just get them last night. I had an hour to do so, and I made it in an hour. So I spent really most of the day today getting those cabinets assembled. Yes, assembled. I have more cardboard to haul off, and I have more styrofoam. I have a truckload of styrofoam. This was the styrofoam from those upper cabinets. But from the 2 boxes, I have those bundles of styrofoam. Somehow to get rid of tools to go back to the barn. So anyway, I've been grabbing tools, cleaning tools, and putting tools away. So brad nailers, brads, Dremel tools, including the and an engraver. This is an attachment for a Dremel tool. Turns it into a router. And I've got the battery over here on the charger. It's probably been on the charger as long as it needs to be. While I'm thinking about it, let's put it back in the drawer. Okay, good. What do we got? Drawer number 3, Rotozip, oscillating tool, and I bought a whole package of blades. It's an assortment. It's a huge assortment. Tons of them, and sanding attachments for it. Okay. This will be for all the sanders. We have 3 Porter Cable sanders because we love these. Been using them for years, obviously. But the pads are rotting away. All of them. My wife has taped this one back together. Well, yeah, she made it work. So I just ordered brand new sanding pads for all of those, and I've ordered a bunch of, it's here, yes, sandpaper, quarter sheet. Sandpaper is just quarter sheet. Cut it to length yourself. There's probably more as I go through stuff. We're not using that top drawer at this time. Staplers. There's a bunch of staples stuff out there. We're slowly getting to empty, and saws. So Sawzall and jigsaw. There's probably more out there, and I've got a container for blades. Yeah, I did put some items over here. We're starting to move fasteners and getting some organizers. Yeah, this is what I think I'll use. Okay. Like all that's empty. Framing nails. I put in the bottom. So, things are coming along. Cabinets here. Gonna do the cordless drill thing here. I bought my wife a pink drill. Came today via Amazon, and she returned my Porter Cable drills. 1 extra battery. The charger's out here somewhere, and I can now take my Porter Cable that I brought from the barn here. I have 3 sets at the barn. This set here, and I have 1 full new set coming with the Sawzall and skill saw. Those are ordered. It'll be here end of the week-ish or so. I set these shelves up for spray cans. So, cans in and out. Set up for who knows what. For who knows what. There's an extra shelf or 2. These were right at $100 a piece. 2 shelves per cabinet. There's 2 machines or 2 cabinets here. So the planer and a biscuit joiner. Okay. Some other stuff's coming in slowly. These are bandsaw blades for the bandsaw, little bandsaw. I have another one at the barn. Can't remember what brand it is. I haven't checked scroll saw blades yet, I've never used this joiner yet, so one day we'll have to dig into that, make sure it works, make sure it's sharp. I don't know if those blades are sharpenable or not. To clean off all my hand tools and stuff. I don't have a bench grinder here. I don't know that I need one. This worked amazingly well, and especially the pliers and stuff that had gotten real rusty from being around here. So I've got those cleaned up. Got some room to grow here, screwdrivers and such. I got some new wrenches. I did buy a socket set. Gosh, these things were on sale, 40% off. Couldn't go wrong. I brought this ratchet. I think I already showed you. Picked up that set of sockets, Harbor Freight. Found these. Those are kind of handy if you got little woodshop projects. So pretty cool. This is Tips and Bits. I like these because I find myself using the impact, so forth. So I'm running into bits and tips. I'll keep putting them in here, and then pencils and such. So that's probably the update of the hour. I did screw these boards on the wall, made installation of the cabinets much easier by myself. You could just set them up there and they'll sit there, and you could drive a screw, had everything all marked out. It went well. What I'm going to do next is probably a couple plug strips up there, and possibly put some lights under here as well. So I'm not sure what that looks like yet, but very, very soon. Probably room over here for a TV of some sort. The cable is right there, runs from my house. I brought out here years ago, and I brought power and stuff out here. So all these tools and stuff are cleaned up as good as they can, and they're hopefully in the ready to use department. I've got tools out of the cases. I'm going to throw the cases away. They just take up too much room. I want everything in drawers for the most part, out of sight, out of mind. My wife had been using that DeWalt radio for a long time. I do have another one. At least she cleaned that one up. It's very nice. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, where I'm going to put it, but there it is. We'll get these sanders upgraded. I'm still, pulling tools out. This industrial Craftsman drill, something I picked up at auction with a bunch of other stuff, no doubt. Okay, well, I think we're going to call it a day. We're going to kill the lights, go and get cleaned up, go have some dinner. We'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, boys and girls. It is fast forward to like Sunday. I think it's the 17th. And this is progress. I didn't work out here at all yesterday. I DJ'd a car show. And but I've been working diligently to get all the tools put away, and I've started moving a lot of the fasteners into organizers. So this is coming along. Again, a long way to go. Hole saws set are here by the drill press. That better. Let's see, upper cabinets are all in. My drills arrived and such. So I've got my little saw. These are all Porter cable, 20 volt. This is what I've been using for years. I now have 5 sets of drill impact and 2 sets of saws. The little 5.5 circular, and the saw's all up there. So yeah, I got these good price, $145 for the one drill, the light, the saw, the sawzall, and the little charger. But it works. So that's good. The lights are glued up. I still got some wire management to deal with. What else we got? That one's room for tools. My Makita planer, I took it out of the box. I'm going to throw the box away. It's down there. Takes up too much space. I don't want to look at it. I got this little Ryobi 3-inch belt sander at a yard sale for $10. On Saturday, I got a bunch of sandpaper coming for it. I want a bigger one, like a 4-inch wide by whatever they're, 23-inch long. And I haven't found one yet, so I got that one. So I had one. My planer biscuit joiner. Not sure what you've seen, what you haven't, but those are now put away. I got my pads for my Porter cable sanders. They're sitting here. I need to get those put on. Just more stuff I brought over to clean up, put away. Making a dent out here. This little compressor I got at a yard sale for $10 is a piece of crap. It pumps up and then it releases the air. So it does sort of function. I'll be honest and put an ad up on Dollar Auction or something and let it go. But the Harbor Freight had these for $200, and before the sale went off, I ran and got one. So we're going to swap that out today, wind up the hose. I've got my twin tank compressor, but I need a compressor that I can grab and go. A quality compressor I can grab and go, and that is my grab and go compressor. So yeah, I don't want to tie it up. I want to put that one in place and leave it alone. So I've been going through these boxes. I've thrown away a lot of stuff. I still got a lot of stuff to throw away and to sort. Clean up my skill saw. Clean up some saws. It's my other router. Empty that shelf. Give these shelves away. Throw these shelves away. Something like that. I have a couple tools. I don't know what they are. I'll never use them, so I get rid of them, scrap them, or something. Yeah, we're getting closer. I still want to get all of the insulation out of here, old and musty and stuff. Replace it with new. Get through these buckets of things. This cabinet is full of kind of paint stuff. Like this stuff here, you know how expensive that stuff is. I just got my cabinet a couple days ago. I just put it together. I've got a ever-growing mountain of styrofoam. So yeah, some assembly required, but a pretty good little cabinet actually. It was Amazon for, I can't remember, $120-ish. I set the shelves up to take nice space and stuff for gallon cans of things, and this will be all my painting supplies, all in one spot. Yeah, works good. So they come with little magnets up here. Even a spare magnet has these little spring clips for the pins. Hold them in. Came with a spare. I've got my spares back there in that little bag. Nice little cabinet actually. Got keys. I'll never need to lock them or anything. Works good. I got this one with wheels, so I can move it, and we will need to, because we got still got framing to do on the outside of this wall, but except for the drill press, everything is on wheels. So I'm gonna work the rest of the day what my wife will let me. We have my sister's gonna have a second knee replacement surgery tomorrow, so she's staying with us. This is her second time she'll be staying with us, so we have some things to do. So I'm going to get that compressor swapped out and start getting more and more stuff put away. Pretty soon I will finish, but in the meantime I have a long way to go, and but we got to get there. Getting rid of that cabinet. We're going to save these two toolboxes. We'll clean them up a little bit and put them in. We're going to put 2 sheds out back, and we'll put those in the sheds. Possibly that metal cabinet as well, but I don't want them in my wood shop. They're not pretty anymore, and they don't match, and I don't like them, so they're gone. Here we go. Okay, Autumn and I have an update for you. Autumn, can you want to tell everybody what we got done yesterday? Okay, we got that emptied, and all of that emptied too. Yep, we did, didn't we? Lots and lots of nuts and bolts got sorted yesterday. Today is Monday. Oh, that's not a very good example, is it? So yeah, nails and screws and such. All of these were in, little containers like that and containers like that. Anyway, progress has been made. And it took forever, so we still got room for lots of more sorting. I'm not sure how much is left out there, but yeah, I got my sanders, got the new pads put on them, got them all up here, so they're ready to go. I found all kinds of stuff. There's some vices in there, and that little Craftsman suction cup vise there. I don't know, just some stuff. Most of the stuff I completely forgot I had, or never knew, or something. We pick up a lot at yard sales and stuff. So, goal for today. My sister's in having knee replacement surgery today, so I'm not going to get a lot of time today. But I got rid of a lot of these baskets and stuff that were just full of stuff. Here, kind of working on this one. I am chucking a bunch of stuff. Got to go through that bucket. It's got some stuff in it, but made serious headway yesterday. I got to kind of finish cleaning this thing out. Got to throw a bunch of stuff away. Find a good spot for my skill saw. I have a parts skill saw right there too. I actually don't know what's wrong with it or what all is missing. It's possible to put it back together, but I don't use it much, so I guess there's not much point. Got to get some wood cut up and just put it over to burn in the wood stove. Oh yeah, I've got this organizer here full of different nails and stuff. Got to get it put into organizers. Yep, don't want that in that container. So okay, so I got a lot done, got a lot to do. It's pretty boring from here on out, so I think we're going to end the video here, and I'll bring the video back when we got more to show. Oh yeah, I got my compressor set up. Did you know there's a break-in procedure? I actually read the paperwork, and yeah, you got to open the drain valve and run that compressor for a half hour without building pressure to break it in. So we did that yesterday, and it's good to go. So I think I'm going to be happy with that. Sandpaper is kind of piling up. I've got the drawer set up for sandpaper, and that's, I don't have no idea where I got all this sandpaper. I want to show you. Yeah, I mean, look at that stack of sandpaper. Tons. Ordered some of this stuff. Other sandpaper's coming. That belt sander that I bought, right, it'll be right here. That sandpaper I think is coming today. Yeah. All right, coming along, guys. Thanks for watching the video. I appreciate that. Come back for the next episode as we kind of put the finishing touches on this building in here, and kind of get into this building over here. This kind of be a fall project to get this building all squared away. We got a ton of usable lumber over there that we stacked up. It was kind of just stacked on the floor in the wood shop. Well, that's not going back on the floor. I think what I'm going to do is put some boards between the rafters on the roof out here and store all the wood up there, kind of sort it by rough size and so forth. So I might repaint that wall first or something. Go back to Habitat Restore and get some more paint. Just kind of make things look better out here. Got a dovetail joint. Dovetail? Or is that finger joint? That's a finger joint. It's not a dovetail. Anyway, guys, I'm rambling. We'll catch you on the next video. Please, thumbs up on the way out.